What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got home from a drive with the KRX. I went to go do some errands, went to the stores, grabbed some things, and I wanted to drive this car again because it was sitting for a little while since I got the wagon running. Maxpeedingrods. Now, if you guys don't know Maxpeedingrods, they are a company with a ton of car parts. Maxpeedingrods has came on board with us throughout the year, and this car we have the traction bar, this car we have the intake manifold and the shifter box. That car we have the shifter box. Today we have some coilover system. We got the Maxpeedingrods cards right here, service card, and the social media card right here, contact information. This is cool. We got some perch wrenches. I didn't see this in the other box, so that's nice to have. So I got one of the shocks out, and first thing I noticed is that the sticker is upside down, as well as the spring. Now that's not going to affect the way this thing is going to work, but I'm just saying I'm excited to get this installed into the car to really give it an honest review. And I do notice that this bottom section right here seems to be for a CRX or a DA, because the CRX and DA has a smaller diameter fork, and the listing for this was for the EK, the EG, and the DC. So this seems to fit the EF fork, and that's the same one that I have in that car. That's good. I don't have to go look for the EG DC forks. And yeah, I'm just about ready to get this installed. I think the first thing I'm going to do with all of the shocks is to make sure all of the hardware are tight, and then we'll jack up the car. Now I'm not going to measure the bottom until I take off the ones currently from the car, so we can kind of get it closer to the same height. I'm not worried about it being higher or lower, but I want it to be somewhat close because I kind of like the way the car height is currently at. Once we get our height, we'll lock these bottom perches or collars. What do you guys call these? Perches or collars? Let me know in the comments below. So perches are all tight. Now to reverse the process, I am going to use the stock hardware washer and 14 nuts. I don't want to use the other one because I don't want to just twist my paint with all those teeth underneath the nut. Last thing right here is the brake line. If you look, it's hitting the frame, but cool thing is it is removable. So right here is an 8mm nut. Loosen it up, adjust it accordingly somewhere, I don't know, somewhere here. Or actually, you know what, I can move this. Now I can put a bolt there. This thing is threaded for a Honda 12mm. Brake line secured. This side is done. Now let's do the other side. All right, so we got the passenger side installed, and I think what I'm going to do as far as dampening goes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, front's done, wheels back on, bang. Now let's get the car back on the ground. So we got the car back on the ground, and the ride height is a little bit higher than what it was before. Not a big deal. That means when you got more ground clearance, and hopefully the ride height is a little more comfortable. It's definitely smoother than my last suspension, 100%. So I just got back home, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, first impression, not bad at all. I took it for like a 10-mile drive, not too far, and I took it on some turns and stuff like that, hit some bumps I normally like dodge, and it's definitely not as stiff as my last suspension. It's actually smooth sailing, it's comfortable, at least I can say it's comfortable, so that's a plus. And I do notice that the front is lower than when we first installed it, literally like 30 minutes ago. I get a lot of questions, comments from people that are like barely getting into Hondas or cars, modifying cars in general, and people always ask me like what budget suspension is out there that doesn't break the pocket. And now that we've tried the Maxpeedingrods suspension, the coilover system, I do recommend it for the quality, for its price, something budget, something basic to get started with. And if you guys are interested in Maxpeeding coilovers for your car, go to the link in the description below, maxpeedingrod.com.